Gary, you spoke after last weekend's win that following that specific performance, the team need to do better. Have you sensed there's been a positivity around the group this week, a reaction?
Yeah, I think we need to do better, but I think we also have to remind ourselves and everybody that we won the game and we kept a clean sheet. You know, we're on a very good run, so we can't get too downhearted about it. I think what we know is we've got room to improve in some of the games, so which is what you want to always look at. Been a good reaction this week. We've worked a little bit harder this week. We've worked on a few aspects of our game we think we're going to need to improve and also be better at in a tough away game against Aston Villa, which we know is always going to be a difficult game, particularly the form they're in. But I think we've showed in our recent run and also our run away from home that it doesn't really matter how we play. It's about us reaching the levels of expectation that we put on ourselves.
I was going to mention the fact there that although you didn't play at your best, you managed to get the win and you're up to 10th. So for the most part, do you feel as though you're moving in the right direction?
Yeah, we spoke about early season about playing quite well in some games, but maybe not showing the little bits of quality to win you those games. And then when we do that, we didn't play particularly well. But I think again, you have to hand. Everybody knows how Paul sets his teams up. They make it very, very difficult to play with any real composure against them because they put so much good pressure on, particularly in that midfield area. So, for me, it was about us showing the right amounts of quality at the right time, and what a good side does. A good side is they'll up the game with that quality, and they'll pick the opposition off, and they'll score good goals at right times. And we certainly scored goals at really good times in the game. And then I didn't think we were really under that much sustained pressure, but of course we want to perform better overall than that. We want to create more opportunities, but we've created lots more opportunities in other games and not won. So I'm certainly not going to be too disappointed about the 3 points and a clean sheet, but we want to certainly improve that performance level coming into this weekend's game.
So that's sometimes how you can look at things, that although you're not at your best, you are able to grind out those results.
Yeah, look, I can think of lots of games this season where we've actually played well and not come away with a result, So we fought against Rotherham, I think first half, we said it was as well as we've played. And we end up 2-0 down just into the second half. We play against Sheffield Wednesday, and I have to say for 45 to 60 minutes I thought we were absolutely superb. We end up drawing the game. So listen, it's about winning the game, isn't it? It's about winning the game first, and if you can win the game playing fantastic creative football, then brilliant. If you can't, then you need to play a way that wins you the game, and certainly we didn't play with as much composure and movement, which I spoke about after the game for various reasons. But we've won the game, and we've not won enough games this season or in the past few seasons to start choosing how we win them all the time.
Obviously, Aston Villa on Saturday, a team that have picked up of late. What do you make of the job that Dean Smith's done since he's gone in there?
Yeah, mate, I think Dean Smith's done a great job wherever he's gone. I thought he was fantastic at Walsall. With a limited budget, of course, he goes to Brentford with another slightly limited budget, but did a really, really good job. I think it's always hard to sustain a promotion challenge when you have a team like that maybe hasn't got the size of the squad to compete for the whole season, but did a really, really good job. And I expected him to do a really good job at Aston Villa. Of course, it's a very good fit for him in terms of him being a Villa fan. In terms of knowing the club really well. It's another club like ours where I'm just going to have big expectations, having been a Premier League club not so long ago. Of course, they've had a little bit longer to acclimatise to the league, but they're a very good side, and we expect I'd say it would be our toughest game of the season, if you like. So it's up to us to go and perform.
You're unbeaten in 8 though, and 7 away from home, so you must go there with no fear, really.
Absolutely, I think we've been on a decent run. I think if you look at our last 15 games, after what we always knew would be a tough start for different reasons, but our last 15 games, I think we're up there. I think there's only really Norwich that have outperformed the whole league in that period by a long stretch, but everyone else, we're right up there with the top sort of 3 or 4. So, but we're pleased with our recent run. I think it shows a consistency of performances. I think we've started to create, not so much at the weekend, but we've started to create good opportunities, particularly from some of those midfield runners. And certainly we'll have no fear, but as always, I'll say it to you every single time I do an interview with you guys, but we'll be respectful of the opposition. We know we're a very good side. It's always a very good atmosphere at Villa Park, so It's going to be a difficult game, but one we hope we stand up and be counted for.
In terms of injuries, how is everyone shaping up?
All right, yeah. I think Tom Edwards, who missed out the weekend for injury, which, you know, because you have to have a club developed player on the bench, always causes you a little bit of an issue. So we pulled Lassie Sorensen out of the 23s game. Tom's trained this morning, so should be fine to come into contention for the team. I think everyone else has been fine. Ince's been a little bit sore early week, but he's got through the training sessions quite well, and I'd expect him to be better for the day off tomorrow. But other than that, I think everyone's okay.